Pro athletes need to keep their diets and fitness levels in check across continents while fiercely competing for titles. Chanel Simmonds shares some secrets to doing this with great success.
Now, you are ranked second senior player in South Africa, 252nd in the world. Tell me about the work it took to get you here.
Well, many hours on the court. I have to work on every single shot because all those goals are so good. There's not one weak player. So every single shot of mine has to be as best as what it can be.
Let's talk about some of your goals for this year.
Well, for the end of this year, I want to be top 200. And my ranking is already 252. So hopefully in these next few months, I'll be able to bring that ranking down.
Okay, so you are off to Canada soon. For what would that be?
Those are for more WTA tournaments. If I can do well in those, then it'll bring my ranking down. I'm there for 3 weeks.
For you personally, how important is it to have goals?
You need short-term goals and you need long-term goals. Your short-term goals, can be weekly, they can be daily. They will help you get your long-term goals. So for me, one of my areas that I needed to work on was my serve, so that when I play my matches, then I'd be able to win it a bit easier, and it's been working now. It's been helping me a lot. So yes, goals are very important, but yes, they have to be realistic, they have to be achievable.
Young as she is, turning a mere 19 in August, Chanel is extremely focused and has her heart set on building a strong physical presence on the international tennis circuit.
Chanel, you are super fit. Does dedication and routine play a big role in keeping it that way?
You have to repeat what you're doing to get the best results. So you have to go to bed at the same time, you have to wake up at the same time, so that when you practice, then your muscles are getting that muscle memory so that you get the most out of your practice.
Tell me about your training routine a month before a big tournament.
I'd be working on areas that would be letting me down a little bit or that need a bit of improvement. Usually about a week before I leave, I slow down on the fitness so that I can just stay fresh, and then by the time I go, I'm ready to play. Also, I'd be practicing on my areas that need work.
That sounds like a grueling process, and of course you exert a lot of energy, and we all know you need to replace that energy. So do you use any supplements to help you with this?
I'll try and build my muscles so that when I'm there, I don't have to keep taking the protein shakes all the time.
And what about a product like Epic Pro? Does that help at all?
Yes, the Epic Pro, I use that before the time and also after my matches.
Thus far, playing in Europe offered Chanel the biggest challenge of her career, although she enjoys playing on the clay courts, as the pace is ideal for her left-hand play.
Injury is something that any professional athlete want to avoid. Does how you train and recover play a role in this?
Injury can slow you down, it can make you practice less because you need to recover. But I use the pure glutamine to help me recover from injuries, because I've got problems with my hamstring and I do get tennis elbow every now and then. So that does seem to help recover my muscles.
And what about your joints? Because you've been playing since a very young age. Do you use anything to help you avoid joint injuries?
I use the joint flex as well, and that seems to be helping my joints, because at one stage also my joints would be aching after long days of practice, so that would ease off.
Practicing to control your emotions on the court is as important as fitness training. Chanel thrives off the support of her family and mom Leni, who's a provincial tennis player.
Let's talk a bit about mental preparation. How big of a role does that play in your life?
Tennis is more of a mental game than a physical game, I'd say. You need to, especially during tough points and really intense situations, so you need to be mentally prepared before a match so that you're still calm and you know exactly what you want during the points and just before points.
And I believe you also see a psychologist from time to time?
Yes, I do. I see her when I'm winning and when I'm losing, so that I know what's working for me. We speak about what I visualize in my head and what I say to myself.
So what are some of the things that you need to focus on?
I visualize the sea, the waves, to calm me down and to clear my mind, so that just before I serve, I know exactly how I'm going to play the points and how I'd like to win it.
Chanel, just to conclude, in your honest opinion, do you think you could have ever reached this level without the use of supplementation?
No, I definitely needed the supplements.
Tune in tomorrow as Chanel gives us an exclusive glimpse of the joy, tears and fears behind the scenes of an international tournament. Also join the USN SA page on Facebook for more sporting inspiration.